Draft day, rookie trying to make a name. Game time, welcome to the Laker game. Still hungry, 5 rings and ain't nothing changed. Let's win it all, slip and fall and ain't nothing gained. I pull text like the refs, 30 shots dropping. Play some defense, lock it down, Wesley Johnson. Draining shots like I'm pouring liquor down the sink. I don't play jazz Barnes, I don't eat.
Well, good evening, NBA and Laker fans, and welcome in to the Lakers 365 Network, your 24/7 365 comprehensive home of the NBA and your 16-time NBA champion Los Angeles Lakers. Good evening, Laker Nation, and welcome into tonight's Lakers 365 postgame show following tonight's Pelicans victory over the Lakers 109-102. And of course, folks, the Lakers 365 Network suiting up with the worldwide Laker gang for life. If you guys want to get involved here in the program, get on the phone and give us a phone call and hop into our Laker lobby. Our phone number, of course, is 401-283-5987, 401-283-5987. Once you enter the phone number, enter the PIN number 32001, and our producer, Eric Kamen, will bring you to the front of the line to get on the show. Before we get to that, before we get to our callers, though, folks, we'll get to our final box score and game notes from the game tonight. The Lakers, again, struggled mightily towards the end of the ballgame and faltered to the New Orleans Pelicans tonight by the final score of 109-102. Final game line totals for the Lakers in the ballgame tonight: 25 in the first, 23 in the second, 24 in the third, and 30 in the fourth for the game total of 102. For New Orleans, 23 in the first, 28 in the second, 34 in the third, and 24 in the fourth for a game total of 109. Inactive players tonight for the Lakers: Steve Nash and Nick Young. For the Pelicans, Smith and Young. Technical fouls charge in the ballgame: only one technical foul charge to the Pelicans for illegal for defensive 3 seconds in the first quarter. One flagrant foul charge to Ronnie Price late in the fourth quarter. Flagrant 2. Ronnie Price also ejected for a flagrant 2 foul on Austin Rivers. Points in the paint tonight: Pelicans 60, Lakers 34. Second chance points: 11-10 Lakers. Fast break points: 18-10 Pelicans. Biggest lead of the ball game: Lakers led by as many as 5, but New Orleans blew the roof off of the arena. 23 was their biggest lead of the night. 11 lead changes, and 5 times tonight the teams were tied. The Lakers box score: the Lakers, with the loss, faltered to 1-7, tying the all-time worst record in franchise history to begin a season since 1957 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Wesley Johnson, 10 points. Carlos Boozer, 16. Jordan Hill, 10. Kobe Bryant, 33. Jeremy Lin, 15. All Lakers starters figuring in double figures tonight. And off the bench, not much help. Ed Davis, 8. Ronnie Price, nothing. Xavier Henry, 2. Jordan Clarkson, 8. Robert Sacre, no points. Dwayne Ellington not with the team. Personal reasons: Ryan Kelly did not dress, sore right hamstring. And Julius Randle not with the team. Tibia fracture in his right leg. For the Pelicans tonight, in the ballgame with the win, they now improved to 4-3 on the young season. Tyreek Evans, 19. Anthony Unibrow Davis, 25. Omir Asik and Eric Gordon, 7 points. Drew Holiday, 17. Off the bench, Luke Babbitt, 3 points. Ryan Anderson, 17. Austin Rivers, 8. Alexis Angic, 6. And Jeff Whitty, no points. Not playing tonight for the Pelicans: Jimmer Fredette, Darius Miller, and John Salmons, DNP's coach's decision. The game played tonight from the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans, Louisiana. Referees tonight were Jason Phillips, Scott Tuwatsky, and Gary Zielinski. Time of the ball game: 2 hours and 7 minutes. Total attendance tonight, a sellout crowd of 17,359. And again, the final score again once more: Pelicans win the ball game tonight, 109-102. Now, folks, we'll go now to the Laker lobby here again to get involved there, folks. Give us a phone call at 401-283-5987, 401-283-5987. Once you do that, please enter the PIN number of 32001 to get right to the front line. And, of course, our producer, Eric Kamen, will get you right to the front of the line for the show. We'll go now to our first caller, which is Arturo calling in from Santa Clarita. Arturo, good evening, buddy, and what are your thoughts on tonight's loss to the Pelicans? Go for it.
Man, I thought we were playing really good in the first half. On the middle of the second or third quarter, I thought we were playing really good. And then I really do not know how they got to a 20-point lead. I was gonna go get a drink from my fridge, and I saw my dad coming out of the, like, just came home, and then I told my dad about my, my interview that's gonna come for tomorrow. And then as soon as I came back to my room after I was talking to my dad and getting my drink, I saw the scoreboard. We were down by 20, and then I was like shaking my head. Well, I saw that, and then when I was coming back, I've been seeing Anthony Davis like dominating the ball, like was scoring, rebounding, and blocks. He was blocking shots like crazy. Yeah, 6 blocks. Like I've never seen any big guy that had 6 blocks before. Like man, that must have been huge for Anthony Davis. And then I seen too many layups in the first half, and all the way to the end. The Lakers gave up way too many layups, and that was unacceptable. And we didn't even try to stop them from scoring into the paint. Yeah, like 60 points in the paint. Like, what is that? Like, the paint points, that killed us, and also points behind the arc.
Arturo, you made a great point about, how much that, or how the Lakers were conceding so many easy baskets and early in the game, and then Anthony Davis put on a block party for heaven's sakes, and that, throughout the entire course of the game. So that it kind of is what it is. So again, I think the Lakers are just having some problems, folks. Real quick, folks, one quick post-game quote right now from Serena Winters of LakersNation.com. She said, this is a quote from Byron Scott. He says, quote, "That was probably the worst defense we've played all season," close quote. We'll get, of course, folks, we'll have more post-game quotes for you folks when we get there after the first round of callers. But we'll get out to our next caller here, which is Jose calling in from Philadelphia. Jose, good evening, man. What do you think about how rough this game was tonight as you see the Lakers go down again and again, getting off to the worst start in franchise history since 1957? What do you think?
2 things on tonight's ball game. 1-7 is not a fun record to have just to start it off. 2 things. Number one, I just felt that too many buckets were being given up easily. And like you said, Anthony Davis was putting on the show on the defensive end. Second of all, we did not defend well. We were getting blown out in the third quarter, which is concerning. And most of all, Kobe put in 33 tonight. The starters did their part. It's just the bench didn't do their part. And now we just gotta file this one away and gear up for the TV game against the Spurs on Friday night on ESPN at Staples.
Yeah, Jose, I agree. No, this is a game that the Lakers are going to have to get up for, on Friday, because you're playing in front of the national audience, and you know how much ESPN has not been on your side lately with the rankings of Kobe Bryant being 40th in the preseason poll. So a lot going on there. So we'll see what occurs out of that. And again, the Lakers just got to get a few things fixed. All right, we'll move on now to Portia calling in Fresno. Portia, what do you think about seeing the Lakers go down tonight to the Pelicans 109-102, where it looked like they were playing good, then the roof caved in the third quarter? What do you think?
They were playing good in the third, but I don't think they were playing defense good enough. They just need to work better on defense and play together as a team.
Yeah, they're lacking defense. I want to quickly here say that the interior defense was a disaster tonight. I think we can all agree about that, as at least when you were giving up so many slams and layups early in the game, interior defense was not on pinpoint accuracy tonight in this ball game. Andre calling in all the way from New York. Andre, good evening, buddy. What do you think seeing the Lakers go down tonight to the Pelicans to again get off to what is right now the worst start in franchise history that spans back 67 years back to Minneapolis? What do you think, dude? Go for it.
Yeah, man. Just no bitch, man. I mean, probably this one. Kobe can't load for team game. I mean, this one, man, I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, no defense. And then Davis put on the show again, like I said yesterday. I just, she got to get it together. One thing I'm glad, he'll get Young coming back. We need him badly, man. He needs somebody out the bench that can shoot the ball.
The Lakers need somebody. They need some sort of body in here to get back in the flow of things. Our last caller here is Sean calling in from Central California. Sean, good evening, buddy. What do you think about seeing the Lakers go down tonight to the Pelicans 109-102? Go for it.
Defense was the problem tonight for three-pointers again. What happened was third quarter, Lakers giving up three-pointers, a lot of three-pointers, like Ryan Anderson. But Anthony Davis did put on a show today for New Orleans. That was one of the main reasons why we lost. It was just terrible. We need to get a win Friday against San Antonio.
Which I think right now is a major uphill climb for this Lakers team that is struggling to find their identity again. And they play the Spurs, the defending NBA champs, on Friday night at Staples Center at 7 o'clock on ESPN and Time Warner Cable Sportsnet. We're going to go, folks, away from our callers real quick. We'll come back to you guys in a few minutes. We're going to look around real quick at a few post-game quotes here. We can find anything right now. There's not a whole lot occurring yet from any of the Lakers media yet, so perhaps the media session has not begun yet for the Lakers in New Orleans. But again, folks, the final score of the night once more. New Orleans beats the Lakers 109-102. The Lakers, again, folks, with the loss, faltered to 1-7. Again, they are off to the worst start in franchise history since 1955 and 1957 back in Minneapolis many, many moons ago. I can say that at least right now. And again, we'll have plenty more post-game reaction when the quotes become available to the general public from Serena Winters, Mike Trudell, and the other Lakers media department. With that, we'll take you folks now across the NBA to see how the scores or how the games were tonight across the association this evening. Plenty of action tonight, including a few buzzer beaters, a few upsets, and a few stunning games tonight in the NBA. We'll pull up those scores for you folks. And also, folks, we should let you know that right now, the annual NBA Global Games is going on right now down in Mexico City, Mexico, with the Timberwolves playing the Rockets on ESPN. The final scores from tonight in the NBA go as follows. Wizards hang on to beat the Pistons 107-103. Atlanta on a Kyle Korver game-winning three beats Utah 197. Thunder pound the Celtics 109-94. Pacers get some revenge for last year's playoffs. They beat the Miami Heat 81-75 in Miami. Orlando edges New York 97-95. Pelicans over the Lakers 109-102. Portland is crushing the Nuggets right now in the third quarter, 107-78. They led 80-54 at halftime at Pepsi Center. Third quarter action, Brooklyn leads Phoenix 72-71. And second quarter action on ESPN in Mexico City, Houston leads the T-Wolves 36-34. Those are the scores right now in the NBA at this point in time. We'll keep you folks updated with those games for the next 27 minutes. There are 4 games on the NBA schedule tomorrow night on a loaded or a empty night in the NBA tomorrow night. Kings will be at the Grizzlies at 5 o'clock. On NBA TV, Bulls at Raptors at 5 o'clock. Sixers at the Mavericks 5:30. And on NBA TV, Brooklyn at Golden State 7:30 game time for the 4 games tomorrow in the NBA. Going back to the game at hand, though, folks, the Lakers tonight faltered to the New Orleans Pelicans by the final score of 109-102. And again, I think we all here have pretty much hit nails on the head again that the Lakers have major problems, whether it was the interior defense tonight, the lack of scoring, it was relying on Kobe Bryant, a lot of different ways we can go on this. But now, everyone, let's move away from tonight and move on to Friday's game, which is not going to be easy either. This is that one tough stretch of the season. We'll start off with Arturo in Santa Clarita. Arturo, the Spurs are coming in, the defending Western Conference and NBA champs, loaded with talent, loaded with experience, and loaded with a lot of other things. Is there even a set game plan right now, Arturo, for the Lakers to beat the Spurs on Friday? Or what do the Lakers have to do right to beat the Spurs on Friday night at Staples Center? What do you think? Go for it.
We need everything to beat the Spurs. We gotta play like really lockdown defense. Well, it depends. Before I answer this, let me ask you a question. Is everybody playing tonight? Like, for example, Duncan, Manu, Parker, Leonard, anybody? Or is everybody out? Everybody playing?
I believe the Spurs were off tonight. I can go back and check though. But go back and take down that question for us. What do the Lakers have to do to get past the Spurs on Friday night?
that if Duncan and Manu or some other players are not playing on Friday night, that we might have a chance to beat them. But then again, we have to do everything. We gotta stop Danny Green from shooting a long three balls. He is a really underrated three-point shooter. Like, I've seen them in the finals. I think they can shoot like there's no tomorrow. So we gotta stop them behind the arc. And also we gotta stop Manu from making easy layups. Same with Parker. Duncan with some jumpers or something like that, like 15 or 18 footers. We gotta stop Duncan from doing that. And Leonard, we gotta stop Leonard from around the paint and around the perimeter.
By the way, folks, the Spurs were in fact off tonight. I was correct, but again, we just wanted to make sure that we didn't make a mistake here on the network again. But again, the Spurs off tonight. But again, as Arturo mentioned, though, it will matter though if the Lakers. If the Lakers can't shut down Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard, and those guys, they're going to be in deep trouble, and it may be way worse than tonight's game tonight in New Orleans. Jose and Philly, is there really any game plan right now in your mind of how the Lakers can somehow take down the Spurs on Friday night, or what do you think the Lakers have to do right to get this W on Friday night back at home at 7 o'clock? Go for it.
Oh, it's 10:30 here for me, 7:30 there. Well, two things have to happen in order to beat the Spurs here. Number one, they got so many weapons on offense. You got to slow down at least two of them. You know, you got to shut down. You got to try and shut down or contain Parker. The NOP is known to drop to the lane a lot and drop some contact. So then you figure Duncan is going to be able to load inside because he's either going to get you down in the block or a step away, shoot that 15-foot jumper. And Spurs got to defend. If we can't defend against the Spurs at both ends of the court, it's going to be a long night. Because you know the Spurs are going to come at you with that pick and roll game. And that's not too easy.
Yeah, it's not going to. Again, this is not an easy game for the Lakers to play on Friday night. We have a new caller real quick, so we'll break away from our mainstream. We will get out to the caller calling in from the 702 area code with the first two numbers of 689, 702-689. If you can hear us, say your first name and give us your thoughts on the Lakers' loss to the Pelicans tonight. Go for it.
First name is Sherry. My thoughts on the game tonight, it's pathetic the way that they're playing. They're playing with no passion, no want. They're forgetting what jersey they're playing, and I'm really getting sick of it. The Lakers, Kobe is the glue that's holding it together at all so far. I was really looking forward to Lynn playing, Boozer playing, and everybody is playing just like they're in high school at best. They need to start making the baskets, and they need to start playing defense like there's nothing else left.
Sherry, I completely 100% agree, and I think everyone in here is probably nodding their heads like I was on the live feed here again, because you know, when you put that Laker jersey on, whether it's the Nash one I have behind me, folks, I know you guys probably want his head on your desk right now because of his Instagram video a few weeks ago about him golfing, but when you put that jersey on, folks, you're carrying a heavy burden. You're carrying over 70 years of NBA history on your back, 16 titles, the most wins in league history, the 33-game winning streak. And as Sherry said, it just looks like the Lakers aren't playing like the Lakers should be playing from the years that we know and love, from the 80s to the Showtime days to when I was watching basketball. And I think Sherry's right, though, is that it just seems like the Lakers don't have an identity. This is like they're just an average team and stuff like that. I think we can all agree about that. And again, it's more so that they have not shown up to play, and it's mainly been Kobe and a bunch of guys playing so far at this point in time. So I agree with that aspect. And Sherry, we'll come back to you in just a moment here. We'll get back to the first list of callers here. We'll go back out to Portia in Fresno. Portia, I mean, is there like any sort of chance the Lakers have on Friday to win this game against the Spurs? And what do they have to do right to win this game on Friday versus San Antonio?
They just have to play. They have to play better defense. And I think if they play better defense, that we could get the win on Friday.
So defense has been one thing we've been preaching all night, so I think we can agree about that one. Andre in New York, what do you think? Is there any game plan for the Lakers to beat the Spurs on Friday, or what is the game plan, or what should the game plan be for them to get a much-needed W over the defending champs in their own house on Friday night? Go for it.
Well, it's Duncan and Ginobili don't play. You can win. Just say it's true, man. I mean, Spurs too good. I mean, they got all these weapons on offense. They can stop your defense. We need a bench. Only way we can win games, we need a bench. But to the year I'm coming at, man, I don't know. 50-50, I say 50% chance we're going to win tomorrow. I mean, Friday. That's all I got to say. So.
Yeah, the bench is sort of not showing up either. And again, folks, in case you're wondering, by the way, a quick stat to note here. No Laker player off the bench registered double figures. All 5 starters registered double digits for the Lakers tonight in the ballgame. Sean in Central California. Sean, is there any sort of chance is there like any sort of chance the Lakers do have to win this game on Friday night, or what can they do to at least get back in the game and at least have a chance to stay in this game instead of turning into a blowout so early in the game? What do you think, buddy? Go for it.
Well, what they have to do, they're going to have to control Duncan, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, and Manu Ginobili, because all of those players are very good shooters. Like Ginobili shooting from downtown, Leonard getting some good shots, Parker always with the reverse layups and moves that can stop the Lakers from guarding Parker, and Duncan always with the jump to the basket, which he pretty much almost makes. The Lakers are going to have to control those players if they want to win. If they want to win that game, and they have to have good offense.
Offense sputtering a bit. A few things not going right for the Lakers as well. We'll go back out now to Sherry in Las Vegas. Sherry, any sort of plan you have for the Lakers to beat the Spurs on Friday, or is there a game plan in place for them to even win this game on Friday, or what do you think is going to happen on Friday, I should say? Go for it.
Well, I'm really in San Jacinto, California. I just kept my biggest cell phone number. But as far as us going on Friday, we're going to have to come through, obviously, and play defense, something that they are not too familiar with. And we're going to have to start making our baskets. Every time they shoot, it just pings off the backboard or air ball or whatever. I just shake my head. We're going to have to come out and play hard. I mean, the Spurs have been together for a long time. They know how to play with each other. But to me, that's got to make it cute. If you're playing quality defense, you're blocking their shots, you're getting the ball, you're going to win a game. And that's what we have to do on Friday. I think there's always a hope, but that's what we have to do.
I think the Lakers would have to play a perfect game. That would be, making every trip down the floor count, defensive stops when it counts the most. I think they would have to play a perfect game to win this game on Friday night. We will go to a couple of post-game quotes. Hang tight, everybody. We'll get back to you in just a few minutes here in the Laker lobby on the line here. If you guys want to call into the show again, our phone number, 401-283-5987, 401-283-5987, and then punch in the PIN number of 32001. And Eric Hammond, our producer will get you right to the front line here of the show. We have a quick post-game quote here from Serena Winters again, quoting Ed Davis. Ed Davis's quote, he said, "We just didn't have an aggressive mentality. It's going to be more of a team. It's got to be more of a team effort." Close quote. Again, of course, folks, when we do get any post-game quotes, we'll, of course, read those to you folks out when they do become available from the Lakers media department. Again, folks, if you're just tuning in here, the Lakers tonight go down to the New Orleans Pelicans at the Smoothie King Center in the Big Easy tonight, 109-102. And again, the Lakers with the loss have faltered to 1-7, which is right now one of the worst starts in franchise history since the team was back in Minneapolis back in 1955 at that point in time. So again, if you guys do want to get involved here again, 401-283-5987, 401-283-5987, and punch in the PIN number of 32001, and we'll get you right to the front of the conference call here as you wait in our Laker lobby. One more quote here from Serena Winters from Jeremy Lin on Playing with Spurs on Friday. Jay Lynn says, in order to win, we have to play almost perfect team basketball. Hey, I said that. I should get a point for that, but I won't anytime soon. But again, Lakers will take on the Spurs on Friday night. The game, by the way, folks, is at 7 o'clock on Friday, not 7:30, 7 o'clock. The game can be seen on ESPN and, of course, on Time Warner Cable Sportsnet on Friday night. With that, we'll go back out to the callers here real quick. We'll go back out to the Sergeant at Arms, Arturo, who's up there in Santa Clarita. Arturo, you have any more thoughts on the game tonight, more so, because we still got some time to go here on the program. We're waiting around a bit here to find some more quotes here. But Arturo, we'll go back to you real quick, man. Any more thoughts you want to get off? Anything else you want to say, or anything else you want to get off your chest about tonight's game? Whatever it is, let it all out of you. Go for it.
I only got one word: defense.
All right, so we got defense. Okay, we'll move out now to our to the next caller here, which is Jose in Philadelphia. Jose, any more thoughts on the game tonight you want to bring up, or do you have something to get off your chest about tonight's game? Go for it.
Number one, third quarter was total trash. We're not supposed to get smoked in third. We have to be competitive. Second, we have to defend interiorly. Third, we must be up for this game against the Spurs, because if we're not up against Spurs, this game will get out of hand early. So it's imperative that the Laker Nation understands that we're in front of a national TV audience, and ESPN's hating on us. So it's time to put on a show and at least beat the Spurs and show the world that we're the Lakers.
Real quick, folks, some breaking news to report here from Time Warner Cable Sports Insider reporter Mike Trudell. Mike tweets and saying, Nick Young told me on Sportsnet he's hoping to practice over the weekend and play on Tuesday, November 18th, well ahead of the expected return date. The original timetable for Young had him returning in early December, so he's ahead of the pace. Told me his thumb is feeling great right now. So again, folks, perhaps Nick Young is back in the lineup on next Tuesday night on the road trip down there. I believe they'll be down in Dallas and Houston and Atlanta, that next road trip coming up next week. But again, folks, according to Mike Trudell, Nick Young possibly back in the lineup next Tuesday. Will practice over the weekend to get back to full strength. With that, we will get back out to the phone lines here, back to Portia and Fresno. Portia, give us any more thoughts, or give us any more thoughts you want to get off your chest here about tonight's game. Go for it.
All I gotta say is the Lakers need to play better. The Lakers need to play better defense.
Everyone is agreeing on defense. One more here, folks, on a follow-up here from Mike Trudell. Mike tweets, of course, we'll have to see how Young responds to full contact practices and be cleared by the training staff to return to game action on that time and point. So again, folks, perhaps we will have Nick Young back in the Lakers lineup again sometime, probably on that road trip next week. Now again, folks, that road trip, by the way, excuse me here, but that road trip will be at Atlanta, at Houston, at Dallas, that 3-game road trip for the Lakers coming up over next week. But again, folks, per Mike Trudell again, once more, Nick Young is hoping to practice over the weekend and will expect to play on the 18th, next Tuesday, against the Atlanta Hawks at Phillips Arena. We'll get back out now, folks, to Andre in New York. Andre, anything you got to get off your chest here, man, as we get ready to move on here? What else you got to say about the game tonight? Go for it.
Man, I'm looking at the highlights of the game right now, man. It looks so old, man. They even doing alley-oops, all these open threes, man. I mean, right now it's pathetic, man. The play, no defense, just open three, dunks. They run an all-star game. No defense at all. The Lakers, it's like they're turning all over again, man. No defense at all. The offense was off. Just Kobe Bryant carrying the load all by himself, almost. Even though Carlo Boozer, Jim Lee, and all the other starters had points, but it just still feel like Kobe, like, Laker Nation gotta be patient, man. I mean, it's just only the beginning of the season. I mean, we got plenty of time left to probably get a top seed or something. I don't know. Friday, you just gotta play hard, man. Play perfect. Gotta play perfect, man. Spurs too good. And one more thing, you need more from our bench, man. I mean, practice tomorrow, they have it. They need the bench to be more in the game. I mean, the bench is non-existent. I mean, Kobe should not be playing 40 minutes a game every night. I mean, Kobe has been playing for 19 years, and now it's just on him. So, we just need more from our bench. So.
Yeah, seeing Kobe playing Iron Man minutes, 40 plus a game is not going to get the Lakers very far at this point in time. So we'll see what occurs here. One quick quote before we get back on track here with the phone lines here. A quick tweet from Serena Winters. This is from Kobe Bryant on playing the Spurs. Kobe's quote, he reads, "Looking forward to getting back out there and playing against that silver and black. Going to feel good to match up with them again," close quote. So again, the Lakers and Spurs on Friday night. Again, folks, a reminder here real quick. Again, that Friday game is at 7 o'clock, not 7:30. 7 o'clock, because the game will be televised nationally on the Entertainment Sports Programming Network. That would be ESPN. Done, done, done. Sean in Central Cal, what do you think, man? Anything else you want to get off your chest at all about the game? Go for it, please.
Well, the Lakers did really have not that good of offense tonight. I mean, Jordan Hill, these past few games has been clanking shots off the rim. Kobe's been attempting too many shots lately. It's just terrible offense for the Lakers these games.
Yeah, I totally agree. One more again, folks. One more post-game quote here again from Serena Winters. This is Kobe, who says, quote, "In the West, there is no such thing as an East game," close quote. Whatever that means, but okay, we'll take his word for it. Again, now we'll move on now, folks, to Sherry who called into our program. Sherry, anything else you want to vent about? Because you, I think, are the first person that actually got fired up, and we love the passion that you have for the team. What else you want to get off your chest about tonight's game? Go for it.
I'm glad it's over, for one, on to Friday's game. But, the guys have to step up. Sean was right. Jordan Hill, to me, since the season has started, he hasn't had the strength, energy, and passion that he was playing even last year. And I know that we have to be patient. A new coach, new players and everything else. But this rebuilding thing's been going on for 3 years now. They have to start coming together. They've had a full preseason. They've had, 7 games now. They have to start knowing each other better. And they have to start following their plays. And they just have to play with passion. I mean, the whole world is watching the Lakers. And I'm thanking God that we've got Time Warner to watch it on Friday, because I'd probably, be screaming at the television if I had to watch it on ESPN. I hate having to watch it on any other channel, but, we could come out and surprise the world Friday, and I'm looking forward to it. We might get the W.
Yeah, I think we all will be watching the game on Time Warner Cable Sports, and to avoid throwing stuff at our televisions when ESPN talks about the Lakers. New caller here from area code 805. First few digits of the phone number 822-805-822. Say your first name and give us your thoughts on the Lakers' loss to the Pelicans tonight, 109-102 in New Orleans. Go for it.
Man, I need to get Kobe from hell. Freaking him, dude. He's just blowing everything for us. Kobe can't do it all. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Granted, we have some injured players, but still, man, some of the... Well, I actually got to see getting games on TV maybe except for the first game, and other than that, I don't get Time Warner anymore, and I go to the Dish Network now, and they don't function anything. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I think we all agree about that. Again, it's just, there's just so much constant struggle with the Lakers right now that it's unreal. So again, folks, Lakers again tonight defeated by the New Orleans Pelicans tonight, 109-102. Excuse me here, folks. All these tweets are coming in from Mike and Serena so fast. I can't get to all of them at one time. Back to Serena real quick about Kobe, about the about how a Western Conference game is not a Eastern Conference game. Kobe was asked about being used to winning. He says, "You got to take the good and the bad. You've got to take the good and the bad. It's as simple as that." Close quote. And I think we all can agree on that one. Mike Trudell says he asked Byron Scott about Kobe's minutes, which has been 35 minutes so far. He said Kobe feels and looks great, and he's happy with it, but open to listening PT if needed about his body perhaps being sore or whatever it might be. So we will keep that one on loop. And one more here from Serena Winters. Kobe asked on Anthony Davis. Kobe says, quote, "Once he masters the block, there's no stopping him. He's a great player already," close quote. And he is right now the face of that Pelicans franchise since its reinvigoration, I guess, or reiteration after the entire deal with the New Orleans Hornets, now the New Orleans Pelicans. Going to go back, folks, and give you one more check of the scoreboard here real quick. We're down to about the last 4 minutes of our show, folks. If you want to get in here real quick, again, hop on the phone line real quick at 401-283-5987, 401-283-5987. PIN number is 32001. And Eric Hammond, our producer, we'll get you right to the front line of the show to get ready to wrap up shop here very quickly, folks. Again, we will recap one more time here, folks. The scores in the NBA tonight go as follows tonight. Washington 107, Detroit 103. Final, the Wizards remain unbeaten at home. Atlanta beats the Jazz 197 on a Kyle Korver game-winning three. Thunder over the Celtics 109-94. Pacers get some revenge for last year's playoff loss to the Heat 81-75. They beat them at the American Airlines Arena. Orlando edges the Knicks 97-95. Pelicans over the Lakers 109-102. Right now in progress still, folks, and it's a complete bloodbath right now at the Pepsi Center. It is 124-99 in favor of the Blazers. The Blazers threw up 45 in the second and took an 80-54 lead at the half, which led the Nuggets to be booed off the court at their home arena. Still in progress, folks, fourth quarter right now. Brooklyn still leads the Suns 92-91. And also right now, at this point in time at halftime on ESPN, it is the Rockets on top of the T-Wolves, 53-49. That game is live right now from Mexico City, Mexico. And, of course, folks, the game at hand here tonight, once more, the Pelicans 109 and the Lakers 102. With that, folks, we are no longer going to be taking phone calls here as we're at the last 2 minutes of the show here. With that, we'll go back out to the top of the order here. We'll go back out to Arturo in Santa Clarita. Arturo, it's that time of night, man. Your last thoughts on the game and your thoughts on the Friday game with the Spurs. Go for it.
The thoughts on tonight's game is we gave up defense in the third or fourth quarter, and on Friday that has to stop. If we're going to beat the Spurs, we're going to play defense nonstop. We got to hustle, and we got to stop. And we got to stop whatever we're supposed to guard. That's because Duncan, Parker, Manu, Leonard, Green, Splitter, all those guys are really good. And they can kill us any way possible. So we got to play really good defense on both ways of the floor and not be sloppy. You cannot play a sloppy game against the Spurs. That's a big no-no. If we had a turnover, man, they can lead us to a more than a 10 or 15 down. So that has to stop, and we just got to improve too much, take care of the basketball, and have ball movement for Christ's sake. Like, just, just get everybody involved, let everybody be balling, not just Kobe, Hill, or Davis. Everybody has to involve too, like Boozer, Wesley, all those guys, and even the bench has to do better. So, because San Antonio's bench are really solid too. So you gotta stop the bench. Our bench has to be better defense, ball movement, and good team of chemistry. I'm sure that we will win. Beat Memphis, and if we could almost beat Memphis, I'm sure we could beat the Spurs. But I'm hoping that our best starters, like their starters, don't play, because I know Greg Popovich. They rest their players. I know he does, and I know he wouldn't put his best players against us. So I'm hoping if they don't put their starters in Friday's game, then we slightly might have a good chance. Depends if the bench don't go crazy on us. Because the past 2 games, the bench has been killing us.
Jose in Philly, last thoughts on the game tonight, buddy, and your thoughts about Friday's game versus the Spurs. Go for it.
6 points, 1. Got to defend. Can't be down more than 10 or 15 points, like Arturo said. Second, on tonight's game, and I'll just follow the way. So just got to be up for the Spurs. And third of all, we have to be ready for the Spurs because, like I said, playing in front of a national audience, and all the ESPN haters are coming out to see us. So we got to, again, show them that we're going to put a competitive effort out there, and we can't always rely on Mr. Bryant to shoot the shots. It's just we need the bench to contribute, man. I mean, that's the only way we'll beat the Spurs. Bench play and execution on the defensive end, and all 5 starters got to be at the top of the game for the Spurs on Friday.
Portia and Fresno, last thoughts on the game tonight, and also your thoughts about Friday's game with the Spurs at Staples Center. Go for it.
Last up on the game tonight is that we need to play better defense. All my thoughts on Friday. If we play together as a team in defense, we could win on Friday.
Andre over there in the Empire State of New York. What do you think, buddy? Last thoughts on the game, and also thoughts about Friday's game with San Antonio coming into Staples on Friday at night at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. Go for it.
Well, first of all, I'm glad I got on King Sports Net to watch it on because ESPN makes me sick, man. And secondly, the Lakers just got to play defense. That's all I got to say. And he wants to shoot more shots, man. He's a big game for you. I mean, all we can't do is be by himself. I mean, when Kobe leaves, what the Lakers gonna do? I mean, we just gotta figure out something, man. We gotta get the chemistry going.
All right, Sean in Central California. Last thoughts on the game tonight, and also your thoughts about Friday's game with the Spurs. Go for it.
Well, first of all, the Lakers are going to have to limit Jordan Hill's minutes and his shots that he takes because, like I said earlier, he's been struggling lately. They're also going to have to do the same with Kobe because Kobe has been playing a lot of minutes lately, and he's been missing a lot of shots lately. He's been going like say 12 or 28 one game, I don't know. But the Lakers are just going to have better offense.
All right, Sherry, your last thoughts on the game tonight, and also your thoughts about Friday's game with the Spurs. Go for it.
Well, just regarding the game tonight, it was just really pathetic. The guys just weren't stepping up while playing D. And when they were shooting the ball, it wasn't moving the ball. It was just shooting it up, hoping it went through the basket. For Friday, we have to come out. We have to play defense first and foremost. Like in the Memphis win, they started playing defense, and we came from behind. We took over. We won the game. And not Memphis. Anyway, the game, they started moving the ball, sharing the ball, and the hoops get bigger when we start playing defense and start to have better offense. We have to play together, and we do have to kind of limit Kobe if possible, but with Kobe Bryant's mentality, if we're messing up, then he's going to take the game over and put it on his back, but they have to step up so he doesn't have to do that, because we don't need Kobe going down in mid-season, and that's the end of that.
Completely agreed. But with that, folks, on Wednesday night, November the 12th, 2014, game number 8 of the 82-game NBA schedule, the Los Angeles Lakers meet an all-time low. They have tied the franchise record for the worst start in franchise history. That dates back to 1957 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The Lakers lose to the New Orleans Pelicans 109-102. Game again, folks, played tonight from the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans, Louisiana. Time of the game, 2 hours and 7 minutes. Total attendance tonight, 17,359, a sellout crowd. With that, folks, we will call it a night right here until Friday night when the Lakers take on the Spurs on Friday night. Again, folks, a reminder real quick, that game is at 7 o'clock on Friday, not 7:30, 7 o'clock on ESPN and TWCSN. Until then, folks, have a safe night. Drive home safely. Thank you all for coming, and good night now. This has been the Lakers 365 Network. We are the Lakers, we are LA, and we are the NBA. Postgame coach back here on Friday night, folks, following the contest on Friday after the Lakers take on the Spurs. And also, folks, a reminder, please go check out the Worldwide Laker Gang for Life. The Worldwide Laker Gang for Life's website is WWLG with the number 4L.com. Till then, folks, Cal McClurgan, San Diego signing off. See you folks on Friday. Bye-bye.